Hello and welcome back to another video. This is around the 32 predictions. I didn't actually do the predictions for the last the last group stage game, that's it, because it has been so hot in the UK. It's like dripping. Literally, I'm still sweating now. It's not as hot today, but I have been, not just me obviously, but everyone's been dripping in the UK. And my phone just kept overheating. Every time I was recording, it just kept stopping. So I didn't actually bother with the last round. Plus, a lot of teams already qualified anyway, so quite a few games were relevant. But I would have done it if I weren't literally dying pretty much. But yeah, thankfully it's a bit cooler now. It's still warm, but yeah, it's cooler. So things have cooled down. The house has cooled down quite a bit. So I'm ready to get to recording again. So to get straight into it, the first game of the round of 32 games is South Africa against Canada. I haven't really been following the groups as much. I think South Africa in Group A and Canada group. I can't actually remember. All I know is the Canada topped their group and South Africa. Did they come second or third? I can't remember. But anyway, yeah, I've not really been watching it. I've just been following the highlights. Both times each team. Try again. Both times each of them play were quite late, and I just kept falling asleep. So yeah, but I know Canada's been playing well. South Africa, not really. Like I said, not really been following them. So just jumping in with it, not knowing much about this game. I'm gonna go with a Canada 2-0 win. Yeah, don't know much about this game, so straight in Canada 2-0. Oops. Then you got Brazil against Japan after that. I'm really looking forward to this game. Definitely watching this one. It's 8 o'clock kick. I think it's 8 o'clock anyway, is it? I'm sure it is. Oh no, 6. 6 o'clock, which is tomorrow, even better. 6 p.m. by the way. So I'm definitely watching this game. It should be a really good game. For me, Japan are one of the underdogs. Brazil, not really been doing much, but I think Brazil get going here. It should be a really good game. I see him being quite a few goals in this. What scored, I think? It looks like Neymar will play for Brazil on the left. I think he might score, actually, saying that. I'm going to go... I feel like it's going to be goals in this. I'm thinking 3-2, 3-1, 3-2 to Brazil. You know what? I'm going to go mad for Brazil. I'm going to go 3-3, goes to extra time. I think Neymar gets on the score sheet. I also see a red card for some reason. I don't know why. But anyway, I'm going to go 3-3. I'm going to have Neymar on the score sheet. Maybe Rafinha. I'm not sure after that. And I'm not sure who scores for Japan. But yeah, I just see a goal fest here. I'm going 3-3. Extra time. Brazil get... Yeah, Brazil will win 4-3 in extra time. There you go. That's what I'm going for. Should be a good game. I mean, it's going to finish 0-0 now, don't know. Then there's Germany against Paraguay. Is that a bit weird then? For me, Germany are going really well, better than I expected them, to be fair. I know a lot of people expected Germany to go quite far in the competition anyway. But if you look back at Germany over the last couple of World Cups, they've been poor. But they are playing really well. I think I said at the beginning, probably the last 16, I actually see Germany either playing and getting to the semi-final. You never know. But for this game, I see it being an easy Germany win. 3-0. Yeah. Kaio's that trick. You heard it here first. Then you got Netherlands against Morocco. Fortunately, it's a 2 a.m. game and probably won't be able to stay up for it. I keep falling asleep. I said at the beginning Morocco was an underdog. They've not really been playing that well. I mean, they've done all right and they've got to this stage, and I think they finished second in the group. But I thought they would be better than they are playing. This just seems to be just drifting, really. Maybe they pick it up in the knockout rounds, I don't know. Hopefully they do. But for that, I did say for them to get to about the last 16. But Netherlands are also playing well, like Germany, and like I've just said. Morocco, I can see Netherlands winning this. I want to say Morocco, but like I say, they're not. In fact, you know what? I'm going to say Morocco. I've said to them to get to the last 16, so I'm going to predict them to win here. But I'm going to predict them to win on penalties. First game in this, go to penalties. I think it finishes 1-1 after extra time, goes to penalties. I think there's only going to be one miss in it, and that will be Netherlands player. I don't know who is going to miss, but I do feel like it's going to go to penalties. I think it's going to be a hard game. It's probably going to be a really good game to watch. Unfortunately, it's 2 a.m, so I'll probably just have to catch the highlights or something. But yeah, first game to go to penalties, and they win. What score in penalties? I don't know. 5-4, whatever. Yeah, Morocco on penalties. And you got Ivory Coast against Norway. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't expect Norway to even get out of the group stage. So a lot of people said they would. I didn't see it, but clearly they did. So they haven't blown me away. Where Norway have, to be fair. What do I see here? Well, I don't think you can really bet in this game. I don't think you can bet against Norway when they've got Ireland up front. I'm not a big fan of Ireland, but I do see him doing the business here. But I do see Ivory Coast going 1-0 upsetting that. And then maybe Haaland gets 2. I don't know, but anyway, I'm gonna say Norway 2-1, Haaland with a brace. Yeah. Then you got France against Sweden. Do you know what? I've not gotten with an upset yet, and usually there is an upset in the knockout rounds. A bit like obviously there's been a couple of upset in the group stages. And I do think there will be an upset. Unfortunately, I don't see it being here. France are favourites to win the competition. Do I think they'll win the competition? No. But I do see them winning this game. Unfortunately, if you've been watching, Sweden's been properly up and down. They won the first game 5-1. They lost the next game, I also think 5-1, which is a bit weird. And in the third game, I think they drew. I can't actually remember what they're doing in the third game. But yeah, so they get goals, but they're clearly conceding goals. They've been proper up and down. They definitely ain't going to win it with Graham Potter in charge. Yeah, if France want to win the competition and prove that doubt was right, that was wrong, should I say? Yeah, I don't see anything being a surprise here. I want to say Sweden 1-0, but yeah, don't see it happening. What do I think the score's going to be? I'm just trying to think. I think the obvious thing is say France maybe 2-3-0, Mbappe to get on the score sheet and probably dominate the game. I don't seem to be dominated by France. I'm going to say France 3-1. I'm going to say France 3-1. Maybe Isak score for what Carl's pulling up now. Maybe Isak score. Fuck me, I've got distracted. Maybe Isak scores for Sweden. Probably Mbappe also scores. Maybe 2. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, I said France are going to win 3-1, but I don't know who's going to score. Then you got Mexico against Ecuador. In Mexico, I don't think you really can bet against them, to be fair. I don't know really who's going to be favourite. Maybe it's Mexico, like I say, because it's in Mexico. Maybe some people say Ecuador. Fortunately, Ecuador, they were expected to do good in this competition. Obviously, they done poor in the first 2 games, got a win in the last game. Obviously, got through. And they did play well in the last game, to be fair, but I don't see them winning this. I think the crowd gets Mexico through this. I can see it going to extra time, but I also see Mexico coming up with a late winner. I'm going to say 2-1 Mexico. Going to be 1-1 to like the 89th minute where Mexico come with a winner. Not a clue who's going to score it. But yeah, they win it 2-1 late on in added time. Or just Then you got England against DR Congo. Obviously, I've been watching the England games. We had a good game, especially in the second half against Croatia in the first one. Winning 4-2. We had a lot of chances. Probably could have been more. We gave 2 sloppy goals away. Then against Ghana, yeah, we didn't really do anything. In fact, probably Ghana could have even won that game. Then the game last night against Panama, bit of an average game. Obviously, we came away with a win. Kane again getting on the score sheet. But we didn't do anything outstanding in that game. We had one good performance. Everyone's getting carried away. Then we have a poor performance. And everyone says, yeah, they're terrible. It's like, come on, make up your mind. For me, it's just been typical England. Good performance, poor performance, average performance. Simple. We are, no disrespect, yeah, the Congo's obviously got a great result against Portugal in the group stage of the first game. How are England playing? Could see a potential shock here. But England do usually turn it on in the knockout rounds. And this is a way of proving a point, getting a couple of goals, maybe a 4-0 win. I don't really want to destroy the Congo because they've had a great tournament. Not many people, including myself, expect them to get out of the group stages. I expect to finish bottom, maybe on a point. So I think I've got to say 4-0 England, 3-0, 4-0. I'm going to go 4-0. I think if they score, it'll just be a mistake at the back, which we have been making a couple, to be fair. But I do see us winning this. I'm going to say Kane gets on the score sheet. Rashford does. Maybe Rice. And I think John Stones gets the score sheet, maybe from a corner. Never know. But yeah. England 4-0. Sorry, DL. Can't go. Then we've got Belgium against Senegal. There was a point last night where England was due to play Senegal. And I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of glad we didn't. Because I could have actually seen Senegal winning that game. Like I say, DL Congo, on paper, it's an easy game. But I don't see England making it an easy game. Yes, I've just said England to win 4-0. But I think they make hard work of it because, well, it's England at the end of the day. But I think we would have really struggled against Senegal. Look, a couple of years ago, I think we were in Euros when we played Colombia, was it? In like the round of 16, where we proper struggled. If I'm getting it right, it was in the Euros 2016. I think it was. I can't actually remember, you'll have to look it up, yeah. We struggled against, obviously, Colombia. It went to penalties and obviously won on penalties. And that's what I could have seen happen against Senegal. Luckily, like I say, we're not playing Senegal anyway. It's Senegal against Belgium, which is going to be a really good game. Worth watching. I will, in fact, what time's it on? Unless it's on 3 a.m. again. On 9 o'clock, I can watch that. I see this being a tight game. I think it'll be a good, entertaining game, but a tight game. I do see Belgium getting over the line. 2-1 maybe. Yeah, maybe Lukaku probably gets on the score sheet. Maybe Trossard. I don't know, but anyway, I see winning it 2-1. I'm not sure Senegal players, but yeah, same getting on the score sheet. I think it'll be a really good watch. Then you got USA against Bosnia. I did say at the beginning, I've seen USA get to the last 32 and get knocked out. However, they have been playing really well, USA. I know they lost the last game against Turkey, which is a bit weird one, but they topped the group. Turkey got eliminated already. So, yeah, you probably didn't expect Turkey to win the game, especially when they were 1-0 down. But at least they sent the... I was going to say happy. They're not really happy because they wanted to get out of the group stages. Not go home after the group stages, anyway. But I think USA are one mind on this game. Bosnia, obviously, have had a harder run getting through the qualifying rounds. Then, obviously, doing average in the group stages. But I do see USA putting on a decent game here again and taking control of it. I actually see him keeping a clean sheet in this. I'm going to say 2-0 USA. Maybe Pulisic, I don't even know if Pulisic is fit or not, but maybe he gets on the score sheet with Balogun. I see him getting a couple more goals, Balogun, so that's what I'm going to say. I think Bosnia will give him a good game, but I USA are playing, if they can keep that form up, they could be proving everyone wrong going quite far. But I did predict him to get knocked out here, so I think I will be wrong here. I've got to go USA 2-0. My prediction at the beginning of the tournament is going to be wrong. Then you got Spain against Austria. I did watch that game, Austria against Algeria last night. Really good game. I know both teams could have just settled for the draw. That's what it finished. Did not expect it to finish 3-3. I think a lot of people predicted maybe at best 1-1. Both might be a one game, both teams playing for the draw, but no, both teams playing for the win. A little bit shocked at that one. But anyway, it did obviously ultimately finish the draw. I can't remember what I just said. Spain. Yeah. Spain's obviously my favourites to win the World Cup. I said that at the beginning. I still stick by that, even though they had a poor start. Again, just like England can do, Spain always seems to turn it on in the knockout rounds. I see him having a great performance here. I think Austria's comes to an end quite imbalancedly, really. I'm going to say Spain to win 4-0. I'm sorry, but I do like Austria, but I think they come crashing down here. And Brazil, Spain go on to the last 16 in impressive style, proving to everyone why they're going to win the World Cup. Watch it. Then you got Portugal against Croatia. Everyone's saying this is like Portugal's time, and Ronaldo's last ever World Cup, or probably. Don't see him ever winning the World Cup here. But Croatia, they've always been an aging team. It's like the players are always just aging. But then again, so are Portugal. So they're relying too much on Ronaldo, probably. Ronaldo's probably trying to do too much as well. I see him winning this game because Croatia's not been the greatest. But I do think it's going to be a tough game. I actually think this game can go to penalties as well. So I'm going to say it's going to finish 0-0 after extra time. Goes to penalties. Portugal win on penalties. So the question is, if that happens, do they start Ronaldo or do they bring one towards the end? They want the penalty. Or he'll want a penalty if it goes. It'll be livid to come off and it goes to penalty shootout. So it's interesting to see if he starts or not. But even though I am saying it's going to be a 0-0, it could be an entertaining game. I think they're all will, to be fair. Then you got Switzerland against Algeria. I said also at the beginning that Algeria is one of my underdogs. However, yes, they got out of the group stages. I think they finished in third, if I'm rightly. But they've not been great. They've struggled. They got out, that's all that matters. But they really struggled, and now they're playing Switzerland, who's a really decent team. I'm sticking with Algeria to get through. But again, I see this one go to penalties. I think it finishes 1-1 in the match. Goes to penalties, and Algeria win on penalties. But I don't know who they play yet, because I haven't worked out, but I see the one coming to an end in the round of 16. But I see them get through this on penalties. Then you got Australia against Egypt. I am really surprised how Australia's played in this tournament. They're playing really well. Egypt have played okay. I can see them playing better. However, I did say earlier that these usually a shock. And this is my shock. I think Australia win this. Possibly 1-0. In fact, I am going 1-0 because I don't see them scoring more than one goal, Australia. I feel like if they're going to win it, they need to keep a clean sheet. That's it happening. I think Egypt comes to an end here. Salah's pretty much international career's probably done at this point. So he comes down. How old is Salah? 32? Somewhere around there? I'm not sure. Yeah, I see this. Australia 1-0, shock of the tournament. Probably shock of the round, shock of the tournament so far. 1-0 Australia. Then you got Argentina against Cape Verde. I'm really shocked that Cape Verde's got this far. I'm glad I've been watching, not live, because again, they've been on late, but I've been watching the highlights, Cape Verde. Yes, they've not won yet, but they've also not lost yet. Like pros and cons, really. Cons is they can't buy a win, which you would have thought they would have done against South Africa. Pro is, they potentially, in my opinion, are the future world champions. So which one is it? I think they've been playing well. Unfortunately, I do see them coming to a, I won't say car crash here, but I do see them in literally a brick wall here. I say Australia to, Argentina even, to win this 5-0. Impressive. Unfortunately, like I say, the fairy tale for Cape Verde comes to an end here. And Argentina send a clear message out why they think they can go on and retain the World Cup. And I'm going to say it's the second hat-trick for Messi at the tournament. 5-0. Australia. Argentina, get it right. And the last game is Colombia against Ghana. Ghana obviously finished third in the England group, yeah. They'll be a bit disappointed with that. Are they West African, these two? No. I'm thick. How can they be West African when aren't Colombia like from South America or something like that? I'm stupid. My geography's terrible. But anyway, I think this would be a good game. See Colombia winning it. I do think this will be a tough game, to be fair. But I say Colombia get a win here, 2-1, progress on. So that's my round of 32 predictions. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think they're absolutely terrible. I probably have done really bad, but wait and see. And I'll catch you in the next one.